Fellas, how we doing?
I'm good, bro. I'm good, man.
You're not blessed?
You know what? Today I am blessed, but you know I don't need to say it all the time, innit? You know, today I'm feeling good. I'm in between. Yeah. And the weather's nice. I'm mostly focused on the weather today. I wanted to say like this today.
I think the mic needs to get closer to you.
Yeah. Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now.
Okay.
Michael, how are you?
Man, I'm Gucci, man.
Yeah.
You, bro.
Sincerely, our podcast. Look, man, it's been a month. I don't know how long it's been now. We need to talk about this now. It's been enough time to digest, to get everything in your system, out your system, no pun intended. So let's get to it. Kendrick Lamar.
Okay.
The album.
What about it?
Where do you want us to begin?
Well, should I paint a timeline?
Go on.
It all started 5 years ago for me. Following the release of Damn. A great album, I'll say that. A very good album. I love that album. I thought we was going to get another Kendrick album 2 years later. We didn't. 3 years. 4 years. Kendrick, where are you? What's going on? Nothing to be seen. I'm fast forwarding basically.
Go on.
5th year. 2022. It's here. It's come and gone now. Well, not come and gone, but you know what I mean. It's out, it's released. Enough time for people to now digest the music and see what they like and what they don't like. Right? Cool. So should we get into our analysis?
Go on.
Prior to the album dropping, I want to say 2 days ago, however long it was, Heart Part 5 came out. Do you know what's really silly? I was Heart Part 5. Part 5. 5 years. I know, silly.
No,
So-
no, wait, but that's not silly. That's
No,
your,
it is, because that's how some of these YouTube conspiracy theories people do that. I'm
Yeah?
doing my hand back to them. But you know, they sometimes there's nothing. There's nothing.
There's
real
nothing
to it.
there. Yeah.
I'll say this: I love the album.
Mm.
Absolutely love the album.
Would you say those 5 years? Oh, what were you gonna say?
No, please.
Those 5 years that he took away and he dropped this album, would you say it was worth it,
Ask Michael first.
Mike?
That's his response.
Excuse me.
No, excuse him. Go on.
I think those 5 years, he was busy, man. I think it was
Yeah.
strategic.
We learned that.
You can hear it in the his production, his work.
Was the album worth the 5 year wait? The way it sounded.
I'd say it was necessary, it was needed, but it's definitely not his best work.
I'm glad you said that.
But it's a fantastic
It's
album.
a fantastic album.
Fantastic album.
I do too believe it wasn't his best work.
Yeah.
Okay.
His best work to me is still Good Kid, Mad City. But you can the great thing about Kendrick is you can debate on, because all of those albums can be contenders of his best album.
Okay.
Some people love Some People Butterfly. I kind of felt like it was a bit too preachy. But I love the album. So you can that's the great thing about Kendrick. You can debate whatever album because they're all great and they all stand alone. Section 80.
Yeah.
This goes on. This album was amazing. The general consensus, tongue twister. It was a bit in the middle in terms of review. We've had enough time now. How do you feel today about this album? Considering we've already known what he sold first week and everything, now that we've had enough time to digest everything, how do you feel about his album today?
As a Kendrick fan, I'm happy he's dropped. How can I say that? I'm taking in the album, and I'm agreeing with a lot of things he's saying.
Can I start off by saying I'm shocked?
Why?
Because if you listen back to our episode that we did end of December, you were saying a lot of grease about Kendrick, yo.
Like what?
Kendrick's
Tell me.
best.
Tell me.
He's Drake.
But don't get it twisted. He can still think Kendrick is the best, but due to this work,
To back off that, I still feel the same way.
Look at his face.
Don't get that confused. It's just I may not have the most enthusiastic energy right now, but I still stand corrected as an artist, as a whole. Yes, I still stand with my point.
As an entire artist.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna do my hands. What's that film? The is it?
Nobody knows, but
Okay.
yeah, go on.
Yeah. As an overall artist.
Now, what is this comparison to your Drake?
Yeah, I don't know why we even have to do that. I don't know why we have to bring up Drake because of Kendrick.
Welcome back.
You did it. You were the first person to do it.
So let's
Okay, look, let's put it simply like this. If you're talking in terms of numbers, yeah, he didn't deliver in terms of sales and numbers.
Yeah.
Right? But in terms of body of work, artistry, this album is wavy. It's ill.
It definitely is.
Okay.
It definitely is.
But it's not his best work.
No.
Kendrick can do better. Now, considering this is his last TDE album, most definitely. That's why I'm saying this is not his best work. Because if you think about it, how he came in the game, you know, with Black Hippie, you would think that his last album, he would put some of these guys on.
Yeah.
You know, you'd think he would put Schoolboy Q on.
Yeah.
Absol.
Yeah.
J-Rock.
Scissor.
All of these guys.
I was expecting J-Rock to be in it. Yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
But again, that's why I say, but he probably didn't really put that much effort into it. Or it's either that or he knew that he was going to make this album about him.
Okay.
Yeah, it's definitely, in my opinion, his most personal album.
Right.
I was saying this to you before. I feel like this is Kendrick's version. What am I doing today? I feel like this is Kendrick's version of Jay-Z's 444 in terms of being solely personal and just making it exactly how you want without any considerance of the mass. I could be completely wrong. That's what I heard.
That's what you've taken from it.
But as time goes on, the album just gets better and better and better and better. So with that being said, hands up.
Oh, what are you about to say?
Kendrick delivered, in my opinion.
Okay.
No, listen, I know in previous conversations,
Yeah.
but I'm objective. At times, I did feel like it was quite hard to understand, but that's what I was saying to you. This is what, with this album, why am I choosing my words correctly?
No, go on.
Should I just say it?
Say how
You
it
would
is.
have
smoke, bro.
with who?
Here we go again.
With Kendrick.
Bro.
With Kendrick.
Here we go again.
Just continue.
I don't want nothing with Kendrick. I love Kendrick.
Yeah,
Do you think he looks like Kendrick?
What?
Where did that come from?
No. I thought about this.
I don't look like Kendrick.
He
Michael
might
slightly
have
resembles.
like similar features, but he doesn't look like similar features.
He slightly resembles Kendrick. How do you feel about that?
How do I feel about that? Yeah. I mean, bro, you know, Kendrick definitely represents for the, you know what I mean, for the miniature gang. So, yeah, I can see that. I can see that.
I like how he said that.
Now, I'll be honest. Midweek, I was in the middle of writing an essay. I was about to come in here and give the most deepest dive into the Kendrick album. I stopped myself because I realized, Z, you're doing it again. You're going back into nerd mode. No one wants to hear you on a podcast read an essay. Because there has to be some sort of entertainment value.
Yeah, of course.
So I scrapped that.
Thank God.
And
I mean,
you what?
yeah, who wants to listen to you read an essay? And this is coming from your boy.
So the thing that I was already fearing, he confirmed it.
Right.
So I had to scrap it.
From the time you're saying the first 2 lines, people will be like, okay, and then they'll skip forward.
What?
They'll just skip forward. You know how they fast forward?
Yeah.
The intro. What do you think of the intro?
Beautiful.
Would you listen to the intro by itself?
Yes.
So you're telling me you would wake up and I'll listen to that Kendrick intro again, and just listen to and 2, if you was to, what settings would, if we're gonna go that deep?
In my room.
Is that it?
I was gonna say either in my room, in the garden, or you know our area, Let's Miss Abbey.
Not the Kendrick intro. In the garden.
Why not? Nice weather, nice day, and then it just slowly dives into it.
There's nothing slow about that intro.
But I mean, it's the environment, right? I'm there by myself. I'm enjoying that intro. It's
I listen to Mirror
build up.
in that environment, in the garden,
Which
outside.
one?
There's a song called Mirror. It's at the end.
It's the last song.
Amazing song. The intro necessarily no. With this album, you would have to be a proper Kendrick fan,
Of course,
to really enjoy this album. I don't think the casual fans will appreciate it as such, which we don't really care for those because we're deep Kendrick fans.
No. Leave that, because I don't know if that's a dig at me. I don't know if you're just saying that. You were saying all of that. You were giving me deep eye contact. What's needed?
Oh no, you're not.
I'm not a deep. I know.
Are you a casual Kendrick fan?
You know, I'm a casual Kendrick fan. You know this.
So then again, to us,
go on.
deep Kendrick fans,
You know what I'm saying?
right? You can get,
I'm not moving, man.
get
Stop.
half. That's fun. What are the standout records?
For me,
Yeah.
it's Savior,
Okay, Love Savior.
Silent Hill. I feel like that's the single.
Do you not feel like
Kodak.
and maybe he did this on purpose, but Kodak's verse was the best.
What, on that track?
Yeah. He had the best verse.
Yeah, but you got to understand, this is what I'm saying with Kendrick, man. Kendrick, he can dumb it down for the sake of an artist. He's not like Eminem, where
Yeah.
Eminem, if you're on a track with Eminem, you best believe he's coming for competitive reasons. He has to be the last verse. If he's not the last verse,
And he has to be the best.
yeah.
He has to.
So Kendrick, I think he done that specifically for the people.
Okay.
You know, bringing Kodak onto the album, letting him do the interludes and talking letting him talk his stuff. You know, but as far as verse for verse, probably for that specific song, yeah, he probably said,
Kodak, right?
I'm gonna let Kodak have this.
It was brilliant. Kodak's verse was amazing. I feel like I would have probably enjoyed that song a lot more if it was on a Kodak album
Okay.
rather than a Kendrick album. There were times where, again, you'd have to be such a Kendrick fan. Some of these songs could bore you. Crown. The messaging in the album was phenomenal. That is undeniable.
And that's what I'm all about, man.
Yeah, the messaging.
The context.
Yeah.
You know, the message behind it.
Yeah.
You know, I don't really care too much about turning up all the time.
Or how the song sounds.
Right.
The production and all.
Even the instrumentals. That's why I like Kendrick, because Kendrick is a bit of all of that. He can do all of that. He can do great beat selection, context, message behind it, schemes. You know, not everybody can do that. And what's so even more crazy is that he can do the melodies now, and that's what Keem's coming in there to provide him with. It's that melodies, like, you know, the 808s, heartbreaks type of vibe. That Kanye, you know, that's Keem, right?
Yeah, and there were parts of the album where I was like, oh, this is very Kanye-ish. Which, phenomenal. Loved it. Anytime Kendrick puts anything out, loved it. The Heart Part 5, loved it. Overall,
What song would you say is your favorite from the album?
I have a few.
Yeah, name them.
Purple Hearts.
Some
Mirrors.
people don't like that, but yeah.
What?
But it's soft, isn't it? It's a bit soft.
Summer Walker, Ghostface.
Yeah,
Are you kidding me?
It's a bit soft, but yeah, go on.
And with this album, and this is where it's a bit my fault, because I listen in entirety, I'm not necessarily looking at the names. So even though this album has been out for a while, I'm still not the greatest with the names.
Yeah, I hear you.
N95, love that record. Love that record. Savior, Father's Time,
Yeah,
love that record. With Sampha. Love. He's got so many standouts, but I don't think they're standouts for the masses.
Okay.
I think they're standouts for
the real Kendrick.
the real Kendrick fans.
Understandable. What about you, Matt?
What?
What are your favourite songs on the album?
My favourite song is that N95.
Yep.
The track with that Tanner, what's her name? Where it's profanity being thrown everywhere.
When I first heard that, I felt awkward.
Really?
I was like, it felt like I was watching an argument.
But
Maybe that was the goal.
That's
Yeah.
beautiful. How can you say that? How can you say something that you're listening to is like you're watching an argument? It's that scenic, that movie type vibes, that You can't get anywhere else.
See,
it's not common.
With that song, it was so amazing that it really did talk about real life things that we won't get to.
Yeah.
But for me, I was like, I'm glad Kendrick said it.
Yeah.
I'm glad Kendrick said it. Here's my only critique. He missed the point of making a song of that topic the best. I feel like he could have added a verse at the end from maybe the woman's perspective or his perspective, breaking down what happened, rather than just doing the back and forth and that's it.
Okay.
Anything I've said so far, do you think my takes are wild? Are we in agreement? Are we about to argue or are we about to have a truce?
I think we can have a truce.
Yeah, don't worry, Isaac. You're involved too, man.
We can have a truce, but you know, I think we have an understanding that the top three, you know, there is one person who is dominating in terms of numbers. I'll give you that.
But just numbers?
Yes.
Only numbers?
Yes. Just numbers. I'll give you that. I'll give you that. Drake.
Only numbers?
Yeah.
Nothing more?
Yeah. For
you
me,
don't think Drake overall makes better music
than Kendrick
and Cole?
No chance. No chance. It's the relativity for me. It's
you don't relate to any of Drake's music?
No.
Maybe not his new music.
Not as much as I relate to Cole or Kendrick. These are the people's champs. Now I'm not saying Drake and the people's champs, but Drake he's a pop star. You know, he's appealing to the masses.
Yeah, everyone.
J. Cole and Kendrick, they don't care about appealing to the. My bad.
That's one.
They don't care about appealing to the masses. They seem to be more concerned with the art when putting out music and creating music.
They will speak it how it is.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like J. Cole, he will make a song that can relate to someone who's probably living who's being depressed right now. You know, whereas Drake, he's not really making a song about how he's depressed right now. Do you get the difference?
He talks about him doing therapy.
Yeah, see, but that's him.
Yeah.
J. Cole's talking about how other people are going through depression.
Yeah, but then based on what he's going through is how we relate to it.
But you can't really relate with someone who's a superstar.
Yeah, not anymore. His music is not relatable anymore, and he said it himself.
Okay. I mean, I'm not a big fan of Drake like you are, so you let me know. Is he relatable?
To an extent, and we need to stop. I'm 26.
What?
I'm not a big fan of anyone.
Whoa.
I'm not a big fan of anyone.
Yeah,
Listen, you can be
Stop.
26.
The older we get, we
you
can't
can
get
be
calling me big fans,
You can be
bro.
26, you can be 30, you can be whatever age. If you're a big fan of someone, you're a
I'm
big
not
fan.
a big fan of
you enjoy
anyone.
his music?
There's nothing wrong with
I'm
that.
You
a
enjoy his music?
supporter.
Allow it, man. You're not a supporter, you're a big
You're
fan.
a big fan.
You're
Are you a big fan of
When
Kendrick?
was Drake born?
I don't know.
Liar.
In 1980 something?
No. The day.
Oh, I don't know. Honestly,
Stop capping for the camera.
I don't know. I just know his birthday's in October. But honestly, I don't know the specifics.
Do you own any OVO
I just love the
gear?
expression in his
Yeah.
face. It's
Yeah.
fun.
See, how many OVO gear do you own?
One. The t-shirt. That's it. My brother bought that for me. I've never owned any other OVO gear. I do, however, purchase his music.
Okay.
I stream.
You put your hand down.
And I've only been to his concert once.
Really been
Are you a big Kendrick fan?
I'm not a big Kendrick fan. I'm not a big anything fan.
Huh?
So what?
So how am I a big Drake fan, but you're not a big Kendrick fan?
Okay, if I was to get an average Drake fan, who's gonna know Morsey? Isaac, back me up, man.
Bro, you and Z are on this music thing. You guys go on.
Yeah, but
you guys go on.
You know a lot about Kendrick though.
Not as much as you know about Drake. That's a fact.
Michael has love for his music.
Yeah.
He loves the creation of what Kendrick does.
Your timer, you're not playing middle. who are you a big fan of? Michael, I want to do this
let's
guy.
go.
Who are you a big fan of?
I like all music.
Young
Dolph. If you want me to go, I'll go with Young Dolph.
Rest in peace. We won't do that. We won't do that. Who else?
That's who I've been banging out from day, bro.
So you are a big fan
I
of.
wouldn't say I'm a big fan of Young
Why?
Dolph.
Why? Does that word offend you?
No, it doesn't offend me because if I'm a big fan of someone, I would say I'm a big fan of someone.
So what are you a big fan of?
Food. Let's go for food.
Thank you for everyone listening.
But do you see what I'm saying? You are a big fan of Drake.
I'm not a big fan.
No. Let's stop here. You are.
You are.
Yo, this was supposed to be a Kendrick episode.
I understand.
Do you want me to pull the text you were sending me?
Huh?
You know, as soon as you
Screenshots.
found out about Kendrick's numbers, and you compared it to Drake's. Look at him smiling now. You know what I'm saying? Like,
And do you remember what you said on the day Kendrick's album came out?
What?
How you were talking about Kendrick's running laps on Drake. I'm like, yo, can we just listen to it? On day one, not even day one, Isaac. Within a few hours of the day starting, classic.
Yeah, but did you not just say today that it's a classic?
After how long?
But see, you still see. I told you, regardless,
Now it's a classic.
regardless, bro. That's what I'm saying. Different.
And we don't know that. That's just our views. We think it's a classic. We don't actually know. We've got to let it live.
Bro, I don't care what the numbers say. To me, it's a classic. To you,
No, not numbers. No. I'm just saying, will the music live?
Yes.
So that's what I'm saying.
It will live.
We have to wait for that.
Are you happy for me?
Yeah.
Exactly.
I'm happy for you.
So we can you guys both agree that you're big fans of your favorite artist.
Kendrick. We're
I'm
both.
not a big fan. I'm not
a big fan either.
Michael's not a big fan, but he enjoys his
Here's
music.
this. I'm a big fan of real music.
And Drake doesn't create real music.
I didn't say that.
Listen, time's up, man.
Huh?
Time's up.
Time's up.
No, let's go. It's time.
Time is up.
For real?
Thank you for everyone listening.
Hey, look.
Somehow we brought Drake into this.
Make sure you like the video.
Yep.
Let us know. You know, like
Subscribe.
Drake or Kendrick
or Cole. Let's do the top three.
You know, Cole is doing numbers. Kendrick is doing numbers. Drizzy, you know what I mean? He's doing numbers.
No, Drake.
See,
no,
big fan.
Cole
big
and Kendrick.
Big fan.
Look how he comes to defend him.
Kendrick and Cole are doing numbers.
Look.
Drake is doing numbers.
Got. You see, this guy, he's an eater, fam. He's an eater, bro.
Peace.
Like, subscribe, follow.